be in charge of this, and we'll push it up on the screen.
Yeah. Well, technically we're live now.
Are we?
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
Live. You don't even know what's coming for
Test,
you.
test.
So I'm going. All right, here we go on here.
Yeah.
Your respective side.
This is gonna be a fun one. Oh, I didn't ask you. Do you want the lights on or off, or?
I don't have a preference, but
So much
oh, we're live on YouTube.
Or it's crazy. You just hit a few buttons and all of a sudden you're live.
Check.
Looks good.
Cool. All right.
All right.
What's up?
I didn't notify anyone on Instagram that we're live, but I guess
We should probably do that.
yeah. Yeah. Alright, folks. After Hours Onewheel Edition is now live. Hopping into YouTube. And come chat with me and Lazor.
Let's go. Come on. What are you doing? Just watching videos of ourselves.
Alright, Lazor. Well, let's start off. You just ended your bike ride across America. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I mean, tired, obviously, but yeah, I'm like in this reflection phase, so everything's kind of starting to hit me.
Yeah. What's hitting you the most? Being back in the office, drinking beers, and
Well, that's
going live on YouTube?
Yeah, that's kind of hit me, but honestly, it's just like kind of looking back on actually what I did.
Yeah.
And realizing how insane it was, and kind of starting to think through the days.
Do you have a favorite day that sticks out in your mind?
Honestly, I think the last day was like the most epic day I've ever had on a bicycle. It was hard. It was long.
Yeah.
It was extremely challenging.
How many miles was the last day again? Over 200, right?
No, it was like 190 or so.
Or right around there.
Yeah, and yeah, like 8,000 feet elevation gain, and Yuma to San Diego.
Really?
Nuts. It was crazy mountains out there.
What's funny is it was right around that time that I was riding the UC trails a lot.
Yeah.
And climbing up Yukon a few times, you know?
Uh-huh.
And I just always thought to myself, because I was just huffing and puffing, like going up it, and like Lazor's doing this, but like 5,000 times more every day for like the past month, you know? So it's always had you in the back of my mind is just keep pushing. Also, a pretty good story I got in a little scuffle with the e-bike on
What would you look at that?
it was on a Saturday, you know, like typical, like just everyone's on the trail.
Yeah.
And no courtesy, as you go up, you know, like there's a few switchback, you have to like swing it wide and you bring it together to stay on like the line, whatever. Yeah. And this e-bike just blows through the corner and totally like T-bones me as I'm rounding like the switchback.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden his other helmet, and he knocks me off my bike. So like I like step off like this and my elbow is like that. And then the other dude comes around and I fully just have my elbow, like I elbowed the dude.
Ooh.
And he's like, dude, watch your elbow. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, you guys just blew past me on a climb trail in a spot you're not supposed to pass.
Sounds like a sticky situation.
It was a bit of a sticky situation, but I was like, Lazor would be proud. Sticking to the e-bikes.
I mean, you know, I don't dislike e-bikes. I think whatever gets you out there
Yeah.
is amazing.
Well, 100%.
But you do have to realize that it is essentially a dirt bike.
Yeah.
It's a dirt bike that's like a lot lighter weight.
Yeah. Well, also too, it's a good segue into you know, Onewheels on those same kind of trails, you know, and pretty soon here we're gonna launch the etiquette stuff material that we have, right? That's coming up here shortly.
Yeah, when we get to that, it's just like it's just a list of things that you should just pay attention to. That's pretty much all it is things to pay attention to and focus on being a one-wheel rider.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it has to do with, you know, respecting other people that recreate and just people in general. I think that's what we're all about. And yeah, we'll get to that. It's been a work in progress. We got a lot of things going on.
A lot of things going on. Joey also just texted me saying the fan off that light's really loud.
Really loud. Okay.
Is it worth
I'll just,
bumping the levels? Or that might make the fan even worse.
no, I'll
Just
just turn it off. I mean, I don't think
It's gonna not make or break our production value this live.
The other, I mean, it might do a little bit. Boom, it did a little bit.
Egg is the ultimate troll in our YouTube live. He is like always spamming the chat, and it's pretty funny actually.
I mean, yeah, sorry about your collarbone, dude.
The last time,
Our audio,
I forget what he said last time.
audio sucks.
Audio
I
sucks?
actually don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if this is working.
What's wrong with the audio here, folks?
It sounds like we're in a chat. That's just the camera. That's why.
Oh, 'cause it's not.
All right. Well, let's see if that changes anything.
There's also different delays. So.
Give us some noise.
Test 1 2. We're live right now doing our audio. You know, I heard Joe Rogan does it sometimes on his podcast as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? What are you gonna do?
You can barely hear Laser. Laser, bump your levels up a bit then.
Alright, what about now?
Chat, how's it now? Is it better now? That sounds far away. I think it's because we were not even using our mics. It was the camera audio. Is it? Do we need to change the audio on the stream? Maybe?
Honestly, I have no idea. Just so everybody knows, I've never actually used any of this programming before.
Yeah, Laser came in here, like, got in here 20 minutes ago and set it up for the first time. For Laser first time.
So
Last time, Jack and I just used the MacBook audio, but this time Laser got us logged up. It is April Fool's, so.
Yeah.
Well, pretty soon here we're gonna get some real mics. It's gonna be next level. Maple syrup Monday. We actually forgot about that.
Maple syrup Monday.
You missed it. One of the adventures close to home was making maple syrup, and Jack, loves maple syrup, so he went on this long maple syrup rant, and said that every Monday we're going to post something about maple syrup, and we already forgot that.
Well, I don't know what to say, Ted. Don't really know much about this website that we're using.
Here you go to sources here, and then if we go to audio input capture,
There you go.
add source.
Camlink.
Alright,
Check.
now there's that level. So maybe that's gonna help. I don't know. But
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
Keep
out.
talking. Why don't you just keep...
We're just gonna keep talking here, and then I'm gonna start. The whole purpose of this live stream is to go over some voicemails, because we've received about 100 of them last night or today. I think it sounds better. That sounds a lot better than.
You know what? I think this sounds better than what was going on earlier.
Yeah.
So...
I think it's better now. Yeah. Mike sounds
There's
good.
a little bit of a hiss,
That's
but I
loud.
think it's because my computer fan is going berserk. So, just tune it out. Thanks, everybody. Thank you all.
That sounds better. All right, here we go.
Thanks
Here we
all
go.
for the patience.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Sometimes you get thrown into situations. Let me tell you about my first day at Onewheel, Future Motion.
Oh, this is actually a good story.
My first day, I come in, you know, the first thing Jack says is like, it's close to Valentine's Day. We're going to show my mom Pint. This was before it was launched, and we're gonna film it.
No, isn't it Mother's Day?
Mother's Day. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like maybe it just launched or something. But anyway, brings me to his mom's house and just hands me a bag, a gear bag. So I had no idea what was in this gear bag, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like,
That was someone on the GH5 days.
GH5.
Yeah.
And at that point, I like use Nikon, Sony, Canon. It's been a while since I used Panasonic, but like essentially it's all the same stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like looking at them, okay, cool. Oh, lav mic here. Let me like hook this up.
Let's talk about the organization in this gear bag.
Well, it was more of just like you sometimes you just get thrown into things and you gotta roll with it.
Yeah.
You know.
Sounds a bit better. Close to it.
Well, it sounds better. We're good. Let's do it.
There was that, and then the first trip was pint launch for you, right?
Yeah, I think that was 6 days or something like after I was hired.
Yeah.
And I flew out, took a red eye on a Sunday, and met y'all out there. Didn't really know you guys, and it was just like, hey, come to this Airbnb. All right, cool.
And didn't you show up to the address but didn't have anyone's phone number, so you couldn't like tell them that you were at the address?
Yeah, so I was waiting outside at like 7:30 in the morning. I left California at like 11 or something.
The night before.
Yeah, it was red eye. Yeah, I was so tired. And then, yeah, that was the start of my journey. And here we are, and here we are.
And it's only just we're on the up and up.
Yeah, so we have some things to talk about, Ted. What are we talking about here?
So the goal of this was to go through some voicemails, right? Again, we have the Ted's hotline for the Ted's Travel Agency. What you got to do is call the phone number. It is 1-800-249-7039, and you leave your wildest, adventure dreams on the voicemail, and I'm going to see what I can do for you. However, with the Adventures Close to Home campaign on Instagram, we were able to have direct feedback by commenting, liking, DMing, so there was that engagement, so you realize that we actually saw what you put out. But on the voicemail, for Ted's Travel Agency, no one's there,
Yeah.
So you're just calling a line and hoping it's going to work. So this is a way that we can go through some voicemails, show some, good ones. I actually haven't even scanned through them yet because we got them all kind of over the night last night. So
we're hoping people behave themselves, but
yeah.
There may be we'll
just viewer discretion advised.
Viewer discretion advised.
But again, this is after hours, and the views. Jack had like this nice little like closed captioning before the first episode. It's like the views expressed on this podcast do not express the views of the company or something like that.
There you go. You heard
Just two dudes drinking beers, having a good time, and it happens to have a login to the Onewheel YouTube account.
Yeah, who gave that to you?
So I saw a few comments in the chat here that Lucas just got an XR, which is sick.
Nice.
And Grant Jones just got a pint, and it's great. So congrats to you two for enjoying the wheel.
Dude, I gotta tell a story. So when I was riding through Austin, I stopped there for a few days.
Yeah.
Because I used to live there. But when I lived there, I had no idea about Onewheel. I've never seen one. I mean, this was
What year did you live in Austin?
2013 to 2018.
Okay, so you were still in Austin by the time Onewheels are kind of starting to pop off.
So I had never seen a Onewheel before, and obviously now it's been like 2 years working for Future Motion, and going back to this place that I lived to for so long, and my friend had an XR, and that's what I used to get around. Cause I'm like a bike.
After biking,
right?
Every
So
day.
I used the XR to get around, and it's just a reminder every day. Like, this is the sickest thing to like just zooming around downtown Austin, like everywhere I needed to go, and it was so nice and refreshing after like being on a bike and pedaling.
Yeah.
And just to like, it was effortless to just go through these trails that I used to ride. But yeah, it's good job on all the recent owners because it's a game changer.
Especially, I've never been to Austin. I'd like to go, but I feel like that's a great town to wheel in.
Yep. A lot of trails, a lot of bike lanes.
Yeah.
It was really fun to experience that.
Alright, so without further ado, the reason why I don't have my computer mirroring on the TV is because it'll show you everyone's phone number, and for the sake of personal privacy not going to expose everyone's phone number. So what we're going to do is I'm going to play the clip. The first one, I'm going to try to adjust the TV audio to make sure you guys can hear it. But I think it should work pretty well. But let me know in the chat if the voicemail is like too quiet or something.
All
so
right.
here we go.
Voicemail number 1.
This one was literally 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Maddie and I'm from Palm Springs, California. I'm actually watching the live right now and I've sent in another submission, but I just thought I'd do it again. As I said, I'm from Palm Springs, California, and my dream travel is to go to Arizona and Scottsdale. I don't necessarily want to do this for me. I want to do this for my best friends because they've gone through a lot through the pandemic, and they've done so much for me, and I really just want to make it up to them. So this is really what I want to do for them. We've all have Onewheels. I have about 17 Onewheels around my block. And most of us kids, the youngest one is actually 4. To the oldest, which is, I don't know, but we've all had Onewheels. I've been able to Onewheel since June 2020, and I've had one since 2020. So I just want to thank you for letting me have the experience with the Onewheel. It's the best thing that's ever happened in my life. So I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye.
Wow, that's a good one.
Dude, that was a
Maddie
great...
from Palms. Was it Maddie? I think her name was Maddie.
It was Maddie. That
Palm
was
Springs.
like the best one you could start off with. Holy smokes! Not doing it for herself, but
Doing it for the others.
doing it for others. That's amazing, Maddie. That's. I mean, we have a lot to go through, but if I had to say, I'm gonna write that name down or that number down.
Yeah, we should actually. I don't think I have a pad of paper or something next to me. Oh, we do.
Yeah, you gotta highlight.
Yeah.
Andreas, you said, what are these voicemails from? So Ted has a hotline. If you go to our Instagram right now, Ted has a hotline for a adventure grant. Right?
Yeah, so essentially what we did was we wanted to keep the spirit of adventure going past the Adventures Close to Home campaign. And the way we did that is each hashtag for Adventures Close to Home was $1 towards the adventure grant fund, essentially. So now what we're doing is after the campaign's over, you call 1-800-249-7039, which was previously the Onewheel Stoke line from last year.
Let me write that down, or write that down, and we could hold it up every once in a while.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good idea. If we had a stream, dude, you could put it up on the lower corner.
Dude, we're gonna get set up. We're gonna get our stream
So
set
we got
up.
a stream, dude.
We're gonna bring Xbox in here. It'd be great. We're gonna stream our Ninja Turtles matches.
Dude, playing Xbox as a squad would be actually a lot of fun.
I'm really bad at Call of Duty, but I'm really good at like the skate games and stuff like that.
Have you ever played the new Skater XL
I
or
haven't.
anything like that?
It's hard to like dive for that stuff when you already have 2 other skate games.
You playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
Tony Hawk and then Skate 3 still, which, you know.
That's a phone number.
Yeah. Can we?
Man, what was I just gonna say though?
I don't know. I probably cut you off.
Playing Xbox on the stream would be sick as we build the stream out. Eventually some. So every dollar that was used, or every hashtag that was used during the campaign, the dollar is put into the fund. And then now you call in with your craziest adventure ideas, and we're gonna try to grant some of them.
And so is the idea like, excuse me, I was gone for the last month, so I didn't really I tuned out. No offense, but I saw some good videos while I was riding, which were really funny. Just tuning in every once in a while. But so is all this money going to go towards one person?
No. Or? So the idea is that we're going to find a way to split it up to.
That's awesome.
Give a few selected folks an adventure.
That's great because sometimes you get the big prize and it goes to one person, but even any amount is awesome for an adventure. I mean, it could buy you dinner. It could, get you some gear that you needed just to finish that next push to go on an adventure.
We considered instead of just giving someone the cash to do one adventure to another, what do you need to make that adventure next level? Is it a sleeping bag so you can sleep in colder temperature? So it's not just we're gonna fund one person to go to Cancun. It's just we're gonna
Cancun's close.
Especially depending on the voicemails that come through. You never know.
So Maddie had a good one. I mean that was
Palm Springs, Arizona is also
or California. She wants to go to Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Not a stretch though.
That's not that far.
Yeah.
No.
It's very, very possible to make that dream a reality. Alright, let's keep going with it.
Let's go.
Hey, Onewheel. This is Sebastian Canal. And if I can't get that Onewheel, then one thing that might be really awesome for me and my 7 siblings would be a trampoline. We have a blast.
Trampoline.
Thinking of it would be awesome. That would be definitely a fun adventure. So, maybe I can use the class on my fit. If you need to contact me, 30.
Pause it. Sebastian, trampoline is a great idea because I loved the trampoline when I was younger. We used to do the trampoline skateboard, snowboard, trampoline. I was always on a tramp.
I remember as a middle school kid or whatever, the kid across the street had a trampoline, and I tore apart my childhood, my very first bike, small little bike, and I put all of the what's it called? The stuff you put around a water heater, the cold line. It's almost like a pool noodle kind of. Anyways, the foam, and I wrapped it with duct tape and stuff. My mom came out and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm making myself a tramp bike." And she was so bummed because I just ruined my nostalgic first ever bike to make it into a tramp bike. But hey, the trampoline.
Sebastian with a good idea. Trampoline, again, another idea that you can enjoy with other people.
Yeah.
Crack the egg. You remember
Crack
that
the
one?
egg is a recipe for bloody nose.
Dude, totally.
But a good time.
Yeah.
You need a beer?
Yeah.
Alright,
remember, did you live in a time when trampolines didn't have the sides?
Yeah, I think
because that
90% of the ones I went on as a kid did not have sides.
Yeah,
I think it's a newer thing with sides.
When I started going on trampolines that had a net, I was like, this actually makes sense.
Yeah.
This is safe because I've definitely had close calls on trampolines that didn't have nets.
Alright, let's keep this thing rolling.
Let's go.
I just wanna make a living out of Onewheeling. I think it's pretty cool. I love doing tricks on them, and they're just my favorite thing in the world right now. And honestly, I want to travel across the world with Onewheel everywhere. I think it'd be so cool. I just only got one Onewheel that I can ride right now. I need some more.
I need some
more battery. I need some more range. It'd be super cool to be able to go everywhere. I just want to travel the world. Onewheel, dish, just do things outside on my Onewheel. Because it's literally my favorite thing in the world. Everybody's telling me to do a sport, and I'm like, no, I just want a Onewheel. That's all. Just want a Onewheel. But if I could possibly make that something I do in my life, something that I could make a living out of someday, that'd be freaking awesome. Because I love water.
Right, that was a good one.
You know,
But I was a bit confused because he already has a Onewheel.
well,
And he wants to adventure.
I think, yeah, I mean, all you need is that one wheel
Yeah.
to go
But
out.
he says he has it, right? He said he had a Onewheel.
He has a one wheel. But, again, this is about supporting those dreams, right?
100%.
So all I have to say is that if you want a one wheel for your living, just do it. That's like, you could do that. All you have to do is just rearrange your life so that you are one wheeling all the time. And you might have to make some sacrifices, but that's what you got to do the things you love. There's a lot of stuff in there, but essentially I got it. Like,
Fishing, he just wants a one-wheel fish.
dude,
And people tell him to do a sport, but he's like, I just want to ride on one wheel.
there's so many possibilities. You could start your own one wheel fishing YouTube channel. You
Sure.
could
There's a
do
lot of one-wheel fishermen out
fishing
there.
tours on your one wheel. So I'm just saying, it's possible. We can help support you potentially, but you can do that. You can totally do that.
All right, on to the next one.
Yo, Ted, me again. Got a sick board transfer idea that I'm pretty stoked about making happen. We're talking helmets, wetsuits, life jackets. Want to try a wake surfboard, one-wheel transfer. Talking cruising that sweet boat wake, cutting out towards the bank where a small platform is waiting with the one wheel on shore. Make that jump and ride off into the great unknown.
Wow.
The small platform's just to keep the one wheel safe from the boat wake that's going to be coming to shore. Got a boat, a wetsuit, life jacket, and wake surfboard. Love to borrow a demo one wheel that you guys have sitting around that you wouldn't be too upset if it got waterlogged. Maybe a helmet that can get a little river water funky. And might need some scraps for building the platform and boat gas money. So be happy to send the demo board back after the end of it. Instagram handles at HansoJL. That's HANSOJL as in Machu Picchu. And then also got a stretch goal of I don't know if it's a specific trail or path to the cliff, but there's some cliffs nearby that I might be able to ride up to and get near the edge, take a couple stumbling steps, and leap off to where the boat's waiting below. That'd be pretty sweet. Get me back later. Bye.
I wonder where this dude has his boat, because that sounds like a good time.
I
What was his? I got lost on his handle off
here's
his
the-
Machu Picchu. As
I don't know his
example of
Instagram
it.
handle, but I got the whole concept.
Yeah.
What the concept should be is like that video when the dude base jumped off the one wheel.
Yeah,
You gotta tie it up and then do your thing into the water, right? So the wheel doesn't get compromised. Somehow have that wheel brought to the dock where he's gonna do the board transfer off the wake skate or whatever onto the one wheel, which is gonna be really difficult.
That's what I'm saying. You have a lot of speed going on that.
If it's a
Well,
wake
you know what you
skate,
can do too
kinda
is, okay, boat's going way out here.
get whipped.
Yeah, and then you're just like kind of coasting into the dock.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, I forget what video that is, but I watched a wakeboarding video a while
I know what you're
back.
talking about.
And the dude gets off and yeah. Damn, what video is that?
I don't know, but that's essentially that concept.
Yeah, that's a good concept.
I mean, it didn't seem like you needed
You need
the
much.
support, but other than
We do have a lot of wood scraps,
yeah, we could send them.
and we have experience dumping, wheels in a lake before, on accident, and retrieving them. You see Maddie Maddie, how do you
Oh,
say
I
that?
saw the post.
Yeah.
Of his brother.
Yeah, riding it
was
off the
trying to
dock,
do
and then they.
the little burnout.
Very bold move to try to do a burnout on a dock.
Bold move, and I love my favorite thing about that. And I think that's why it was so big was that he immediately there was no question in his mind. He's like, I have to get this thing, and you just see him start stripping his clothes off.
Yeah, they're in Canada.
And they're in Canada, so the lake's probably just above freezing.
Yeah,
And he just goes for it, and it still worked.
it was pretty
It
impressive.
still worked. So, that's impressive.
I also liked how he didn't leave it at the clip of it getting the water. and like put text on screen like, man, it works.
Yeah.
That was really sick.
Usually people make you wait for that.
Yeah. Like for part 2.
Like for part 2. Like for part 2.
Alright, let's see. Let's keep on going. This one's only 18 seconds.
Hello, Ted. I would love to go somewhere beautiful to Onewheel, wherever you think would be the best spot. I live in Minnesota and it's cold, but I think if I went somewhere good, I could have a lot more fun on Onewheel.
Alright.
You should link it with Scott Mendenhall.
Yeah.
That dude's got all the 6 spots in Minnesota. I've never been to Minnesota.
I went through like the bottom left corner, so it kind of counts, but it was the
When?
same. It was a couple years ago.
I've been to Wisconsin. Isn't Minnesota close to Wisconsin?
Yeah,
I think?
it
It is a nice area up there. I went there in the summertime. Kind of hot.
It's hot, but it's definitely got its own beauty.
I have this photo of Brant in front of a Tesla in Wisconsin. It's one. I think it's still his contact photo when he calls me. It's pretty good.
Alright, let's go. Let's keep firing them off.
Hey, what's up, Ted's Travel Agency? I got the most rad travel adventure ever here. I want to do an epic ride across California, starting from San Diego up and going to Klamath National Forest. Or even better, starting from San Diego and ending in Santa Cruz, looking at the amazing views of the ocean from your office. This would be the most epic travel adventure ever and would spread stoke to everyone across California. It would take about 10 days, going about 50 miles a day. I would need your guys' help to make this possible. Thanks for everything. Years.
Laser, you have experience with that.
It's definitely possible. It's totally possible. And if you want to do it, if you don't already have one, you should just do it. Just go for it.
What?
But
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
take
say-
the one.
You're gonna take the one, but you can't take the one all the way down past Big Sur because Rat Creek
Yeah,
Bridge is
yeah.
washed out.
Yeah.
Now, what's gonna be tough is that you gotta time it the right time of year because you're going against the winds.
True.
The
Summer winds are gnarly.
Yeah, the winds coming down the coast. You're looking at 15 to 30 plus.
Because don't you
depending
get
on where you're at.
southerly winds during the summer?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much most of the year you're getting you're getting winds. Now.
Okay.
But I would recommend. I mean, I guess it would be really cool to like Onewheel from San Diego and here, you know, for the significance. But it's going to be difficult. It's going to be challenged. Go for it.
It's a good adventure.
That would be an epic adventure. Next.
This one's only 3 seconds and it says anonymous, so they didn't leave a number, but. Oh, yeah.
Hung up.
Hey, my name is Brett. I've been awfully bored recently, but I just ordered my Onewheel. Very stoked. Very happy to have it come in. And I'm thinking of adventures to take my Onewheel on. And what else better than to Onewheel through an airport? So, not even for a trip, but just a flight there and back. A flight to, I don't know, anywhere in the country, to Onewheel through an airport and through a terminal with my best friend. Sounds like fun, and it would be a blast to do. Thanks for considering. It'd be a lot of fun. Let me know.
He wants to Onewheel in an airport?
Yeah, I really like that idea because I've always wanted to Onewheel. Like, that's the perfect vehicle to have in an airport. It's not those, like, carts that you could call and, like...
Yeah, but isn't it technically, like, not allowed to do that?
Well, you're not allowed to do it. But I think if we wanted to make it happen, we could probably make it happen. But you wouldn't need a flight there and back. You could just go to your nearest airport if you have a...
That's true.
I actually think you don't even need a flight ticket. You could go in and get searched by security and it would be normal. You just don't have...
No, you have to have a boarding pass
Do you?
to go through.
You can't just
TSA.
go get checked and then go hang out at
No,
Chick-fil-A.
you could, there's 2 different phases of it. Denver Airport. Denver Airport, they have all the shops and stuff in the bottom, and then you go through security and there's more stuff.
Yeah.
Technically, you're still riding in an airport, but it's not the same as late night terminal. You got a few seconds to get on the
That's a
flight.
pretty rad ad concept. Obviously, it would promote riding in airports, but if we could have a big disclaimer that says you're not allowed to ride in airports, but it's the dude gets off his flight, oh no, my connection is 5 minutes and I have to go all the way to terminal D. I'm in A. What am I going to do?
It's good.
Pine. Zoom.
I threw it on our old blogs. These are fun. What's funny is that every time you go back, no matter what year it is, we all look so different.
Yeah, that's life, you know.
Yeah. I need to trim.
Let's get back to the voicemails.
Okay.
Maddie, your voicemail is one of my favorites so far. Thank you so much for calling us.
This one's 2 minutes, so we're gonna see where it goes. But
Hey there. I'm in a little bit of an adventure already, but, well, my adventure is
Oh my god.
to change my life. I was a truck driver. I'm currently going to school to become a computer programmer. I'm in a programming boot camp. It's one of the most exciting adventures I've ever been a part of, because at the end of it, my life's gonna be different and changed.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because I was a truck driver, I didn't qualify for unemployment or any of that extra stuff that most people qualify for when they leave their job. And my adventure is running out of funds, and even $1,000 is an extra month for me to get through this.
I think that was it. That's a very
I mean,
good story.
I
Compelling
I loved it right
message.
away. So what I understood is that he's a truck driver. He's out of he doesn't have any trucks to drive or routes to run, and he can't collect unemployment or anything. But he's also going to school.
Well, I thought he was still trucking, but
Is he?
as he was trucking, he wanted to change the course of his life, so he's starting a computer boot camp to learn computer programming.
Okay. Well,
Well, I could be wrong. Maybe he's not trucking.
either way, I love it, and I think that,
Also, cheers to truckers, man.
dude, my favorite thing on my bike ride was passing truckers on the interstate and doing the honk thing like a kid, and
Yeah.
when they actually honked, I'm like, you are so cool.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, I mean, I respect this dude. Like he's like that opening line. I'm already on it.
That's true.
Like what?
That's a great one.
Tell me more about it, right?
Yeah,
Tell
it's
me more
very
about your
compelling.
adventure. So, I like that one.
Did you leave his name?
Hey there. I am a 18-year-old from London.
London.
I have a great adventure idea. Well, I'd like to go to Netherlands to see my long-distance girlfriend, and I want to teach her to skate. I want to teach her to one-wheel once I get one. And yeah, we're going to take a road trip around Europe, go to America, take a road trip around America, and sail the rest of the world. But I just want to make less of an adventure instead. Hope you like the idea. Cheers, keep it up.
Cheers, brother.
From London to Netherlands that teaches long distance girlfriend how to ride a one-wheel.
How to ride a one-wheel, and then they're gonna go on road trips all over Europe, and then go to the United States and road trip all around the United States. And that sounds
Does
amazing.
that sound pretty rad?
That sounds like an adventure.
You know what was an adventure? Looking back at it, was skydiving with Sean McCormack.
Those are the moments.
Yeah.
Those are the moments.
The spontaneous
that
ones.
You are so fortunate to be involved in, and you just say yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Be
will
a yes
try.
man.
Yes.
As much as you can, or woman.
I
Yes
think
man.
that's like, if you want to live or you aspire to have some sort of like if you're like, this is what I want my life to be like, and you're not currently living that, all you have to do is just like look in the direction that you need to go in and chase that.
This is a pretty funny comment from Mateo. This must be Ted's 15th beer. It's actually my third. Alright, let's keep going, huh?
Yeah.
My sister has missed out on her college experience for the last year. And I love her so much. And right now, I just want to spend some time with her because she's been a little distant and trying to find ways to make her year as much like a college experience as possible. And I want to go out on a road trip with her and maybe my family, but maybe just her. I'm not too sure yet, but I just want to spend a weekend together, connecting and having a good time, and whether it's we're tripping to our college or just somewhere nearby. I don't know, but I just want to go on a road trip with her.
That's genuine.
That's
Is
genuine.
that a mom wanting to go on a road trip with her daughter
I
in
thought I heard
college?
sister.
Sister.
And yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be a common thing is people wanting to reconnect and get back together and do things, you know, because 2020 was like a lot of inwardness.
Yeah.
You know, you spend a lot of time with yourself or your significant other or whoever you live with, and I think people want to like get
Expand.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go hang out with cousin Billy in North Dakota, even though I never talked to him because
Yeah.
it's just like I want to.
Missed opportunity that you never realized was always there.
Exactly.
Alright. Hey, Onewheel team, people, everyone, yep. I've been hyping myself to do this up for the last 20 minutes, so there's no first minute now, huh? Introduction stuff out of the way. My name is Michael. I'm a 16-year-old YouTuber. I mean, what?
Say 16 or 60?
16-year-old YouTuber.
On the transcript here it says a 60-year-old YouTuber.
Oh, then maybe he is a 60-year-old YouTuber.
Oh no, you didn't sound 60.
Well, you know what? Doesn't matter. It's true. Mike, thanks for calling us, dude. Wish we got to hear.
He might. Oh no, he called again after.
Okay.
But yeah, 3 minutes long, so I'll let it hang for a little bit.
Alright. Hey, Onewheel team. I've been hyping myself up to do this for the past 20 minutes, so I might as well force do it now. Introductory stuff, I guess. Hey, my name
Was that the same one? Okay.
Oh, another video.
Hey Ted, this is James the Painter on Instagram and on the Onewheel app. My adventure would be, I've already been trying to plan it, it would be getting on the Ohio Erie Trail and just riding for day after day and stopping at like bed and breakfasts and little ice cream shops and little towns all throughout southern, central, and northern Ohio. I would like to go, I live in Cincinnati, I would like to go from Cincinnati to Columbus and maybe from Columbus to Cleveland depending on how it goes on the first half. I've been telling friends and trying to get people stoked. I have 5,000 miles on my Onewheel XR, and I'd love to be a part of your guys' adventure, man. I've had mine for 1 year this month, well, March, and since last March, and it's just been the greatest thing in my life, man. Not just because of COVID, but just in general. It's something I never thought I would even imagine. I've been an ATV racer most of my life. And now I have not even touched my bike pretty much since I got my Onewheel. It is the best.
That was a sick one.
Dude. I love that idea of just like hopping around and going through this specific section of the area. Like,
but dude, 5,000 miles in 1 year? I mean, I know there's people who've done more, but that's a lot for 1 year.
You have to think of like accumulation and the year is what, 365 days. So if you ride 1 mile a day, 365 miles.
300, yeah.
So it's like now you realize if I do, that's why it's.
What's the math on that? How many miles do you have to ride a day for 5,000 a year?
I mean, it's probably actually fairly easy math. I'm not that great at math. But then you think about, you know, Javier Starks, one wheel winning.
Is it 25 in here?
Dude's going on like 80+ mile rides sometimes, and it is just so impressive. Like, I think about that and like the lower leg endurance that you have to ride in that stance for 80 miles. It's good stuff.
Let's keep it going. This is a very good turnout so far.
Is it? What did you guys have last time? I think we got up to 43 concurrent, like in what the little person said.
Oh no, I'm saying voicemail wise. The live streams are pretty good though. We have people like live sometimes, but I think we average like 2-3K views afterwards.
That's good.
Which is decent. And it's only gonna get better as like the production gets better, you know. And
so, quick question, Ted. When are we going to find out who wins?
that's actually a really good question. I think originally we were going to let it live for probably like a week.
Yeah.
What day is it today? Wednesday?
Today's Thursday.
I feel like we can't end it tomorrow because there's still so many calls coming through. Maybe Monday. Maybe next week. I don't know.
It's up to Ted because at the end of the day, it is Ted's travel agency.
It's gonna be a very hard decision.
And
I feel like what we're gonna try to do is like try to narrow it down to a top 5 or 10 or something like that,
yeah.
and then have a mutual or group debate.
Is there anything that you're like looking for in like, or is it just like straight up